eyes try to see the way the world turned, what happened to me. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, baby? I missed y'all yesterday. I really indeed missed you. I think I had a slight reaction. You have to forgive me yesterday. I guess I had a little reaction to the second dose of my COVID-19 shot. I'm all done up with the second one. Wasn't no big deal. Yesterday, it was a beautiful day, about, 70-something degrees, 75, 76. Beautiful day. And I spent most of it sitting in front of a heater, because I was just chilled to the bone, and I had a little nausea in the morning and whatnot. But this morning, are you shitting me? Woke up feeling just absolutely great, just fine. I'm ready to rock and roll. But I'm sorry I missed yesterday. I couldn't even get my ass up enough to type out something and let you know what's going on. I just put out that I wasn't feeling well, and that's about it. But anyway, baby, it is indeed Thursday. Not only Thursday, baby, it's Earth Day. So I hope today you took a little time out of your busy day to think for a minute that it was Earth Day and what that implies. I was happy to see we'll get to that in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself now. Let's welcome everybody into the room. Dwayne Dwizzle was the first one to jump in, followed by Oddly Wired, Michael Johnson, and Charles Stokels here. Steve Guerrero, thank you, brother, for being here. We appreciate it. Dolores Grant and Pat Hunter, Richard Phillips, Donald Ware is here. Let me see, Richard Walker, Bernadette Pree. I talked to her on the phone today. We had some collusion going on. Anyway, Miss Linda, a.k.a. Mary Ellen, is in the house. Oddly Wired, our poet. Thank you so much. Tammy Ames, Nana Lovely, darling, so glad to see you. And Ardessa Purple Moon Dragon. Love to you, baby. Suzanne Jarrett and the Remixtress. I like that. The Remixtress. Anyway, Iris Yazelle, how you doing, darling? I hope your shirt's fitting you fine. They should have, some of them shipped, I think. Some of them.
I would hope.
I think
I would hope they'd ship by now.
I think I got a notice that they shipped. Maria Betancourt, thank you for being here. Dolores Grant and Dorothy Tyndall, thank you so much. Martha Oliveira, Teresa Diggum, BW's here. Glad to see y'all in the neighborhood. But it's Earth Day, baby. So yeah, I'm hoping that you took that time out a little bit today to say, oh yeah, air. That would be a great thing to keep, in water to drink and lands to enjoy. But today is Earth Day. And I was happy to see that President Biden had a climate summit online, virtual climate summit today. And even Vladimir Putin and Zing from China was in the conference. So, some heavy rollers here, baby, because, we're all living on the same planet. And he really stressed the fact that if we don't work together, that this was a critical decade, I think he said. And we got to get our shit together. But again, being who Joe Biden is, baby, and I'm liking this guy, he went bold, baby. 50% reduction in emissions by 2030. By 2030, baby. That's pretty damn bold. Everybody else has been mealy-mouthing around. Can we do this? Can we do that? No, this is even bolder than the Paris Agreement. 50%. And with the advent of the electric car that's coming up soon, GM's already announced, and all of them's announcing they're not going to make any more gas cars. We're going to make electric cars. So it's good for the earth. So we can see some action being taken by corporate America, and I'm glad to see that. But anyway, I'm tickled to death because if we don't take care of it, there ain't no plan B, baby. There ain't no planet B. And no matter which what science fiction movie you ever watched, it ain't ready for us. Mars ain't ready yet. We're not going to get there if we don't take care of this one. And especially over the last 4 years during the other guy's reign of terror, where he demolished the EPA because, money. Anyway, next Wednesday, Joe Biden is going to stand in front of the joint session of Congress and give, I guess, his State of the Union address, baby. I'm looking forward to that. I can just imagine how bold that speech is going to be, because he's trying to make big strides here, baby, and we need to make big strides, but because there's people fighting against us all the time. Senator Tom Scott out of South Carolina, the only black Republican senator they have, is going to give the GOP response that night. So we're going to see what that looks like, because it's going to be hard to talk against the thing Joe Biden is going to bring up, because the things he's going to bring up are advances for our society, our infrastructure, our basic structure of how we help educate our children and all sorts of stuff. And I'm looking forward to it, baby. Anyway, they buried Daunte Wright today, and I was in my truck listening. I listened to Reverend Al Sharpton for a little while, and I noticed he quoted the book of Isaiah. See? Go figure. Libtard knows the Bible. Go figure. Well, anyway, when he was talking about no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Where does that come from? Well, I guess that original phrase was coined back when Al Sharpton was younger in the fight for racial justice. But it's from the Bible. A quote in Isaiah that says, "A man who does not practice justice is a man who cannot practice peace." No justice, no peace. That's where that comes from. I was impressed. I enjoyed his little speech. It was a great speech. We have to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. It is going to the House, and I'm sure that it is going to be met with a filibuster, because we can't get rid of that piece of shit. So it's going to hang on. But by a vote of 94-1 today, 94-1. Immediately, before I even say what bill it is, you have to ask yourself, 94-1? Really? Who was the one guy who couldn't agree with the other 94? Well, that would be Josh Hawley out of Missouri. You remember him, Mr. Insurrectionist, Mr. Terrorist fist bump that he gave to the crowd that day? He's the only one that voted no on the anti-Asian hate bill. Really? You scumbag? Of course, what am I talking about? I got Ted Cruz. But it's sad that a man would vote against that. But on the brighter news of today, the bill passed through the House recommending that Washington, D.C., District of Columbia, become a state. that attains statehood and is headed to the Senate. And again, it's going to be met with a filibuster because the Republicans don't want to do that because in their eyes, well, that gives them, the Democrats, 2 more senators and some more congressmen there. Be tipping the scales from the 50-50 there if that went through. Yeah, it would. Because there's 700,000 people in the District of Columbia. Hell, there's only 568,000 in the whole freaking state of Wyoming. And before they pull out, oh, you can't do this, in 1895, I think it was the year, when the Dakota Territory was given statehood, which would have been named Dakota, they split it in 2 for partisan reasons, baby. That gives them 2 more senators and a whole bunch more congressmen, man. It's a way to play the power game. So I don't want to hear about, y'all can't do this. Turn Dakota back into Dakota. They don't need 4. We only need 2. There ain't that many. Wyoming, are you shitting me? If Washington, D.C. can't become a state, what the hell's Wyoming doing? It's only got 568,000 people. Are you shitting me? Come on, baby. But I guarantee you it's going to be met with protests. It's going to be met with a filibuster. They ain't going to do it. Anyway, that's about all I know what's going on. Let's see who's in the
Hang on. You're forgetting something that we need to do.
Oh, I need to do something.
Yes, we need to do something before we bring in Discord.
I got mail. Is that what you're talking about?
There's that too. You got mail and then also our thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do the mail thing first.
Yes.
I got mail, baby. And y'all know y'all can't read that or see that. It's a thank you card because what came in the mail, there it is. Wild Fork Foods. From our dear friends Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton. They sent this before, and Marcia just went nuts when she seen it. They sent meat, baby. This is better than Arby's. Where's the meats? It's at John's house. I got New York State strips, 2 filet mignon, and 4 packs of that hamburger meat that is not hamburger meat, baby. This is like steak. Them tacos taste like you're eating steak.
It's like meat from the gods.
Meat
if there's
from the
meat
gods.
Yeah,
yes, because
essentially that.
A lot of families, we consume a lot of hamburger meat because it's easy to cook and make different dishes.
And that's when you learn there is a difference.
There's a difference. Are you shitting me?
There's a huge difference.
Huge difference. This is steak tacos. Anyway, Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton, and right now Jay Clayton's, well, he's out on the job, so they're not together. But he sent her flowers just to make me look bad. That's it. I know he loves you, Stephanie, but I think he's on a personal vendetta to make me look bad. Sending you flowers. Every time I turn, you talk about the romance of the century. There it is. Well, I'm glad that's going on. But with every romance, oh Lord, every romance, every great love ultimately ends in heartache. And so it was for our own Velda Snyder, who lost her husband Wayne and told us on the last time we were here as a family. And she is taking it very well. She's trying to keep a stiff upper lip and doing all the proper stuff and trying to make other people feel good. She's the mother hen of this group. We've always called her that. But losing her husband was a big thing. And Velda is a very modest and kind person. And so is this family. So, with thanks to Bernadette Pree, Bernadette is the big doer in this family, who is always there to help everybody in this family, stepped forward and with Velda's permission did a GoFundMe page for Wayne, her husband, for the final expenses. It's not cheap. Velda does not have access to a lot of funds, and this again is one of those things that the Blue Dot family can step in. We can help out.
So if you want to help out, all you have to do is go over to a bluedotintexas.com/Wayne, And that will take you to a page where you can find a link to the GoFundMe page. You can also just go to abluedotintexas.com, and if you look at the home page, you will see a button right at the front page. If you've done our t-shirt giveaways in the past, you'll know right where it is, and that'll take you straight to the GoFundMe page as well. We will be sure to bring this up a few more times. If you have $1 or $2 to spare, please, let's help Velda out. She's been with us since the very beginning, and they are very good people. And, any dollar helps. And if you can't help that way, please share a link to the GoFundMe page with your friends, your family. Get the word out there. And, and again, we'll bring this back up again a little bit later. But, yes, again, that's abluedotintexas.com/Wayne. Or you can just go to abluedotintexas.com and go to the homepage, look for the button, and it'll take you straight to the GoFundMe.
Some GoFundMe pages are they give us a lift. Helping Dominic Pree go to Berkeley this spring or fall, whenever it was. It's something that we all took great pleasure in, to helping him out. Well, now one of ours needs the help in a more sorrowful way. So yeah, if you can, please donate $1 or $2, whatever you can, and let's help Velda make this journey a little easier. Anyway, I appreciate y'all so much. Well, let's guard. Asgard, are you in the room? You sure? I heard your ass. I thought. Hello. Well, we'll give him a moment to get back. Bill Jones, are you with us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Asgard. Yes, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Sorry, my cat booped the mute button on my headset.
Them cats, you got to watch them, buddy. You just got
Yep,
one?
Spock, remember?
I'll ship you some in the mail. How many you want?
I'm good. I think he might be a little upset if he wasn't the only source of attention.
That's all right.
Very
I
true.
wouldn't give up one of mine. Anyway, thank you, brother, for being here. We appreciate you coming by.
How have you been?
We have been doing fine. We've been doing fine. Yesterday,
I'm very sorry for Wayne's loss. I heard about that the other day on the air.
Yes,
Yeah.
it kind of went right through us all. Velda has been the mother hen of this group for a long time, and so yeah, there wasn't a time I ever spoke to her that we all didn't go, "How's Wayne? How's Wayne doing?" And but as she said, he's out of pain, and so she takes heart in that.
Yeah, other than that, my life has been rather uneventful. I've met someone nice, and I've started playing another video game recently. It's basically a space sandbox flight simulator called Elite Dangerous. It's actually quite fun.
Oh, Elite Dangerous. I know that very well. Dad knows it a little bit too, only because he's watched me play it a few times. Yes.
Oh, of course I do. I know all about it.
That's
ask me.
Yeah, that's one of my addictions right now, and I just hopped myself into a rather nice new starfighter, and I'm doing trade runs. So that's my eventful life at this point.
I'm not going to hijack the show, but I am morbidly curious which ones you get.
Crate Mark II.
Ooh, that's the dream ship right there. You're going to love it, buddy.
Yeah, that's the one I
use it for dog fighting too and bounty hunting.
Yeah.
I'm that guy who sits at a nav beacon and waits for you to show up with $1 million bounty and then chases you out of the system.
Yep.
You go.
I started doing that for a little bit, but right now I'm exploring with my brother and my Asp Explorer. We're going toward Sagittarius A, so...
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
there are a couple of friends of mine that are convinced. You know that hidden planet that's supposed to be in every Elite game?
Yeah.
A lot of us are convinced that Sagittarius A is the wormhole that leads to it. The white hole at the other end is actually where Zenrarta is, or whatever it's called.
That'd be legit if that was the case.
Well.
But anyway, for anybody who's a computer nerd out there and likes space games, highly recommend Elite Dangerous. It's pretty good.
It's probably one of the best ones out there right now, and you only have to pay for it once, unlike a lot of the other ones.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Well, I might have to look a little more closer now. Anyway, thank you for being
here. And they're adding in ground combat in a couple of months with the next update.
Outstanding. Something to look forward to. Bill Jones, how are you, brother, out in North Carolina?
Doing well. Happy Earth Day to everyone.
Happy Earth Day indeed. These guys are all zipping out there in space, doing all sorts of stuff with rockets.
Earth Day is a big day here on
planet Earth.
on the Carolina coast. It's a big week. It started way back when Vice President Gore used to have a house out here on Figure 8 Island when he was the vice president under Clinton, and he started it back then. We got Beach Week, which automatically is the weekend after Earth Day, and everybody in the Tri-County from Horry County, South Carolina, to Brunswick and New Hanover County on the North Carolina coast. Everybody goes to the beach and cleans up and gets pretty and ready for the summer. So it's a big week. It's a big thing for us.
They do the same thing down here on Padre Island. They'll have a big group of people out there, and they'll walk with bags and pick up all the trash and stuff. And so,
but it's a good time. It's a good thing. We had great news with the you mentioned at the beginning of the show with the hate crimes bill against Asian Americans passing, and of course we knew that Josh Hawley was going to be the asshole of the bunch.
Why would he do that? And, why would he do that, Bill? You know why?
There were also 4 other Republicans that did not vote. And you can check, but I don't think your senator voted either. I don't think Ted Cruz made a vote.
I bet he didn't. I don't know. I didn't check to see who because there's only 95 people voting. There's 5 missing.
Yep. And they're all Republicans, of course.
John, I'm sorry to interrupt you too, but I'm going to have to be brought back into the room in a second. I'm having computer issues.
Alrighty.
Which means I'm going to have to restart Discord.
I'm well familiar
all
with
you got to do is click on the live button and you'll pop right back in once you've been in, buddy.
Yep. You'll come right back when you come back.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You bet. Well, let's bring in Johnny Fly while we're here. How you doing, Johnny Fly? Mr. John I. Fly.
I'm freezing I'm freezing my ass off up here.
I was doing that yesterday. It's 78 degrees, I think it was. 77 or something like that. Why? What, is it cold up there, Johnny?
Well, yeah, it was only in the 40s all day. It was very windy. This cold front comes. I keep telling Gary Springs, keep your cold fronts up in Canada, but he never listens.
Yeah, they leave the door open. You get to let the air come in.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to warm up pretty nice for the weekend.
Yeah.
I think by next Wednesday or Thursday it's supposed to be 73. So I'll be patient.
Yeah, like they say, if you don't
Happy
like the
Earth
weather,
Day, by the way.
wait a minute, it'll change. Yeah.
Move to Texas, right?
Yes, move to Texas. We
Yeah,
need more
front.
blue
That would
dots
be my
down here.
vote.
We get cold fronts, a couple a year. It'll chew you down a little bit. We got a bad one this year, but other than that, our winter. I always say our winters last like a week, and then they go away. Then they'll come back in a few more weeks, and that's the way it goes. Anyway.
I'm back.
Oh, thank you. There you go. Well, before that, let's get TW Travis in the room all the way out in Colorado. Brother, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Good.
For 70 degrees. Beautiful. And it's a mirth day. I get to put Mork in there for
Mirth Day.
Mirth Day.
Yeah,
Mirth Day.
Mork and Earth, buddy. Well, Mork kind of likes
Mork
her.
and Earth. Mirth Day.
There you go. Well, we're glad to have you.
I was going to say, how did...
Or if you are a phenologist, mirth was from Mork from Mork.
Mork for Mork.
I was going to say...
Yes, I remember that.
TW, how do you rate to get 70 degree weather out there?
Yeah.
Who did you...
I left the door open. I left the door open down here, and it just...
It's 40 degrees all the time.
It blew up a little bit. 72 degrees up at Bernadette's house, so... Nice, mild
It's not
weather.
fair, I tell you.
I bet she's enjoying that. 72 degrees, a little cool for my taste, but
It's been beautiful
that's a good temperature for early morning.
We had snow, but
No snow.
Wow.
Hey, before we get involved in conversation, let me thank Michael Johnson, who donated $5 and said, "I can't hear you here in the VFW, so I will listen later." Well, Michael Johnson, thank you very much, brother. I hope you get to hear that later. That gong was for you, brother. Thank you very much, Michael. We appreciate it. So, who are we going to roast today? Huh?
If y'all want a good laugh, did y'all see the new Lincoln Project ad today? It's called Impotent.
Oh no, I have not.
Oh, that's
Pray
good.
tell, what does it?
I posted it on the main discussion. Ring of Fire had it. It's called Impotent. I posted it around 6:30, and the main discussion is called Impotent. And Farron Cousins from Ring of Fire does a little. He shows the ad. It's a 60-second ad, and then talks about it. It is absolutely hilarious, and Lincoln Project knocked it out of the park.
You got to give it to them. They have been on this.
I mean, they flat out called it impotent and other things, and it was like talking about putting a face on the.
I'm glad to see him not slacking off, because this conversation needs to be had. This conversation between who is the Republican Party, because we recently, we saw W came out and talked about it. And we've seen John Boehner come out and talk about the Republican Party in that way. Are you shitting me? Come on.
Yeah, Boehner's new book. I was reading clips from his new book, and he.
Go ahead, Bill.
I was just saying, I was reading clips from his new book. If you've been watching on TV, they've been reading clips of it. And Mr. Boehner is just not holding back anything. He is just letting him have it with both barrels. It's nice to see. A little late in the game, he should have done it. He should have done it a few years ago. But nice to hear him say that.
It would have been more helpful if he was that adamant when he was Speaker of the House. But
when he had power, exactly.
Because Jim Jordan, all them were in there. He could have stood up and said something. The Freedom Caucus.
Maybe that marijuana he's dealing with now is talking some sense into his head. Right?
I hope so. Who got legal this week? Virginia, I think it was. Was it Virginia that passed it?
Yeah.
Well, that's some shit.
Boehner's legal now. He's making money in the pot business.
Boehner's on TV talking about buying pot stock. Really? You Speaker of the House, when you're a Republican asshole, you wouldn't give pot a half a listen. Now all of a sudden you're a civilian, and now you're out there just cranking your money into pot.
Yep.
Well, you know what, John?
Yes, Lionel Linda Collins, he is a jerk.
John, yesterday I went down. They're looking for part-time cashiers. I figured, well, I'll apply for it. I don't know if I'll get it.
Right.
But I did have cashier experience and a head cashier. But we'll see how that works out, I was gonna say something, that's why I brought it up, and now I see you're contagious, John. You're squirrel.
Hey! I've been shot twice. I've already got both my shots. I'm not contagious, brother. Just spreading vicious rumors.
Yeah, that's what how are you feeling now?
Yesterday didn't feel like shit. I was cold all day, freezing to death. It's a nice day outside. I'm sitting in front of a heater and just could not get enough. And
And John, I'm convinced John Boehner is just getting into weed because the wine doesn't do it for him anymore. He's probably built up a tolerance.
Probably so. Well, wine pairs well with with weed.
That's probably true.
That's what I wanted to say about weed, because on the application, actually, you fill out the application, which I did, and they called me for an interview the next day, which was yesterday. Now, one of the questions, they give you this evaluation. It's so dumb. They can ask you the same question different ways.
Oh, they're seeing if you're gonna lie.
Do you think? That's what it is.
Yeah.
And they'll say, "Are you effective? Do you feel it's okay to smoke marijuana socially on your own time? Or would it affect your work?"
Well, of course it would affect your work, and no, you wouldn't.
I'm not going to, but. See, not everybody looks at pot like the way you or maybe I would,
No,
I can tell you it does affect my ability to work. Mostly it keeps me from yelling at stupid people.
There you go. It does.
And strangling them.
I have known it has had medicinal value. You know how? Is because, I smoke pot. And when I run out of pot, I get anxious and nervous and teary. Kind of.
Yeah, but John,
medical marijuana cures that shit.
If it's so medicinal for you, John, how come you're hacking like all hell when you take a drag?
Yeah, that ain't the pot. That's these stupid things.
That's
them over there, and that's what's. that discussion has really come around the corner.
Actually, they figured out what causes the coughing when you smoke. Apparently, marijuana is a bronchodilator and has a similar effect on the lungs as an asthma inhaler. The sudden expansion of your lungs causes your body to take in more oxygen, which causes your body to freak out and makes it try to expel it because it thinks something has gone wrong.
So you're saying it's
That's
healthy for you?
Maybe the smoke's a foreign object, and that's why it's saying, I don't want it. I don't want it.
And I'm saying,
Well, no, it's literally just the fact that your alveoli open up like a air balloon and suck in air, and then your lungs overreact.
You know how I look at pot? I look at the number of drugs I'm not taking. You know.
I was on 15 different pain medications to deal with the pain I was on. One of them was about to be fentanyl.
Yeah.
And my doctor's like, I can either put you on fentanyl or you can go to the dispensary down the street.
Let's go to the dispensary.
But he knows I hunt, and in the state of Illinois, the Republicans put a poison pill inside of the the legalized marijuana bill.
Yeah.
And what that says is basically, if you get a green card in the state of Illinois, you're not eligible for a FOID card. Really? You can't own a firearm of any kind or a weapon of any kind if you have a legal green card.
But you can
I pay the
beer joint, and after busting up a bunch of beer, go down there and get that rifle and just go out there and have you a grand old time.
It's one of the things that I because I'm a veteran in the state, though, I get the price for the green card without using it.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I can pay for it at the same price, but a lot of people who aren't veterans don't have that luxury and are paying like $500 an ounce here in the state.
No. Can't do that. It ain't worth that much. I had a guy tried to sell me $500 worth of pot one time. I looked at him, are you stupid? I said, fuck you, smoke it yourself, asshole. I can't. No.
What is it, gold plated and gives you it makes you feel better when you're done?
I don't have that kind of money, brother. I don't. Yeah, that day ain't never coming. I don't care if
that must have been really good stuff, John.
Must have been. It's good for somebody else. Ain't good for me.
Shit. Yeah, question for you, John. While we got you, when you got your hearing aids, now how did that work?
Hey, don't fuck with my hearing aids now. I went to the store today.
I'm not talking about your hearing aids.
Yeah, I went to the store today, and Christina was behind the counter. Christina's one of our blue dots, and she's been with us a long time. Her and her mother watch us, so she'll probably be hearing this, but probably not live because she works a lot. But I said, hi, Christina, and she said, hi, John. And I said, well, you don't have to yell. And she said, well, I didn't think I yelled. And then I told her, no, baby, you didn't yell. I just heard you. No, I can't say enough. You know, I've been deaf in my left ear for freaking years.
What brand are they again?
They're Eargo.
Eargo.
Yeah, you just shove them in and they're not in there now because I have headphones on, and that would really be fun. They disappear. Basically, you shove them in your ear. You got this little
in the background, then.
Little clear plastic little thing that you pull them out with hanging out your ear, but you really can't see it. But boy, howdy shit.
That's the antenna.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. No, it's just a little thing you pull it out with. Yeah, I thought it was an antenna too, but no, they come in a little case where it charges them, and then poof, pop them right in the ear. And like I said, the only problem is to turn them up or turn them down. You have to kind of give yourself a tap.
My favorite thing to do with QAnoners with
John, with those hearing aids, you'll be able to get what do you call that? Communications from outer space.
That's right. I'll be picking up waves, buddy. I've already been in contact.
Up there, maybe he'll talk
we talked about you. I said, hey, this guy can fly.
One thing One thing I've been doing with QAnoners I keep running into is trying to convince them that their hearing aids are secretly NSA listening devices.
That's right. Well, you know, if they got the COVID shot, they already got the Bill Gates microchip in you. So
what is that popping and rustling in the background?
BW, what are you doing?
He's eating cookies.
Oh, something fell out of my.
You're eating cookies. Come on, brother.
Oh, I wished I was eating cookies.
We can hear it. We can hear you, brother.
Cookies actually would be good right now.
I want to thank Keith Beal for sending us $3 on a donation. Thank you, brother. Thumbs up right back to you. Thank you, Keith. We appreciate that.
Yeah, John, when I got my COVID thing, the first day I didn't have any problems, right? The second day, oh my God, I was out and I got this. It was a low grade fever, and I felt like crap. Really. My ears even. Hey, it's something when your ears get.
Yeah.
Johnny.
What's that, TW?
Johnny Fly. Yeah. He's kind of breaking up a little bit.
You're breaking up? I don't hear.
Fly is.
How about now?
Oh, yeah. I heard right about.
Can you hear me?
A lot of feedback from somebody.
Are we getting feedback? Uh-oh. I don't think
I am.
I don't think it's me. I'm not wearing my hearing aids. But.
Well, anyway, my it only lasted for like the afternoon, and by later that night, I was all right. And I had a sore arm, and last night my arm was itchy around the injection site, but that was about it.
Boy, howdy shit. Let me, okay. I'm seeing some comments in here. Let me see if Travis walked out the living room to check with his mom about something. Let me call him real quick. I don't even have to take off my headphones.
Yeah, I'm going to reboot because they said I'm breaking up, and that usually happens if I don't reboot. So let me.
I don't know if it's your microphone or ours because Bernadette's let me know we're having some trouble in the sound on the show. But
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like when you speak every now and then, John, we're getting a buzzing noise.
We're getting a buzzing.
It sounds kind of like the. It sounds kind of like the trilling on the Enterprise to me.
Yeah, well,
is it on both Discord
anyway,
and YouTube or what?
I see Bernadette said we were kind of had a bad one on YouTube. Sound and.
Let me go ahead and try something really quick.
Yeah, it sounds like that weird background noise on the Enterprise in the
Randy
original
Peterson
series.
said the sound from Discord sucks. So, I guess that. Oh.
Let me try hanging up Discord really quick and. Yeah.
You want to try to restart Discord?
Yeah, I'm going to restart Discord. We'll be right back, y'all.
All right. We're going to be right back with our guests as soon as we restart. Discord's, it's a great little platform, but it does have some glitches every once in a while that'll piss you off. It'll throw you out of the room. So if you're ever in our Discord channel and all of a sudden find yourself gone, just click right back in. Nobody threw you out. It's a glitch in there. And
yeah, no, sorry I was gone. The 5G's making me feel a little nauseous.
Yeah, well, wait, let the chip settle in there.
Yeah, I'm starting to grow scales though, at least. Because again, I've been wanting to turn into a lizard person my entire life. So
why did my screen go black?
I don't know. You're still there.
I have the Discord channel in front of me now.
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
Well, Discord just popped in front of you, so if you don't mind,
send it back over to you.
Please do.
We'll do that as soon as I find the mouse.
Yeah, has anybody else been growing scales and stuff since you're getting your second shots? I'm curious because it's kind of a race between me and a few of my friends trying to figure out how fast the 5G can turn us into lizard people.
Yeah, my scales, I'm trying to keep them on my back, so I don't.
Oh, no, I want scales all over. I want to give something. I want to make them talk about me. Oh, that crazy liberal fucking lizard person getting that 5G in their veins.
Yep. I'm proud of it, baby. If it turns me into... Gillian receives radio frequencies with his tooth filling. Shit. Bernadette says she has gills. Really? I ain't wanting gills.
I was depending.
Gills?
I was trying to debate if I was going to want to become a merfolk or lizard folk, but the thing is, I think I'm turning into a lizard folk.
I'd go merfolk.
Merfolk.
I'd be under the water. What's that song? Under the sea.
Okay. So really quick before I open up Discord, everybody on YouTube, because I got YouTube chat right here, just give me a thumbs up or a yes or something. Are we coming in okay over on YouTube? at the moment.
I would assume we're coming in on YouTube fine.
I would assume
If
so.
somebody's out there, Bernadette, let us know. Randy Peterson got web feet. I want web feet and gills.
Well,
Are you shitting me?
if you're a merfolk, you would most likely get both.
Neptune.
Okay, we're sounding good on YouTube, so I'll bring Discord back in.
All right. Merfolk. There you go.
All right. Can y'all hear us okay?
All right. Facebook is good. Randy Peterson's letting us know.
Good
And I
deal.
just heard TW, so we know we got him back in there. Who are we missing? We're missing somebody.
I think it's John I.
John I. Fly.
He'll be back in an hour once he figures out how his computer works.
Ah, well, of course.
He just rebooted. He just sent me a text saying he's rebooting. He'll be back in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Well, notice I fixed it real quick. All I had to do is yell out the door. Done.
I'm just glad I still wasn't in the
I got
bathroom.
everything voice operated. Hey, fix this. It happens.
You would have been screwed though if I was still in the bathroom. I'd be in there yelling for a while. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord.
That's when you yell, "Need toilet paper."
Yeah.
Sorry, I ain't got my hearing
Need
aids in. What'd you
Tums.
say?
No, it's not too bad, but I'm a wuss when it comes to stomach stuff. Like, any little bit of nausea just makes me sick. So, like, I'm not as nauseous as what everybody else was yesterday, but it's enough to just... Ugh.
Well, I was only nauseous.
But,
in
I
the
mean,
morning.
don't get me wrong, though. This ain't shit so far.
Yeah,
So,
I'd go, just
totally
little
worth
chills
it.
is all I had. I'd go through that in a heartbeat. And, man, I'm cracking because this morning on the news I heard they did, they continually update the efficacy of the vaccines, and Moderna is up there at 100%, baby, 100%. So go, yay! That's the one I got. So, but
Like we were
the
telling my aunt
Pfizer
the
was
other
like
day, we said,
88%, I think, or 85, 88. The Johnson is up there.
I can't remember. You told me this morning right before I walked out the door. But I know it's all up there. It's like, it's all working,
Well,
you know.
they're all working. They all of them beat dead.
All of them beat COVID.
So,
Yep. Really
I've
quick,
got a
we're going to
funny,
welcome Sparky
disease
to the
that
room.
we didn't know that we could beat, that we're finally getting a handle on. And when Trump was in office, he could have gave a shit less.
if it didn't have dollar bills hanging on a fishing line, Donnie wouldn't be
No.
arrested for nothing.
Well, that's because most of those people work for the government. They're not going to give him a kickback and say, no, because then we got to work with the next president. We got to work with the next president.
Yeah.
We're not going to screw ourselves.
We're getting tired of that shit. That's how come I'm glad to see the things that Biden are putting forth are bold. They're big. Let's go. Quit messing around with this shit. Sparky Dunk, how in the hell are you?
I'm fine, John. I just got my second dose of Pfizer about an hour ago.
About an hour ago. Outstanding, Spark. That's great. Now you're covered, brother. Do you feel a little bit better about the whole thing?
Well, you've
I
covered for
do.
6 months.
I do. It's like,
Well, I read that you won't have to get a booster till next year.
oh, that's good. If it's like the flu shot, you get it every year. That's fine with me. I'm good on that.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with that. And neither
But
does
they had
Mark.
an assembly. They had an
What?
assembly line going there. People coming and going.
Me and Marcia, for our second one, walked up. There was nobody there. I mean, there were people getting shots, but it was spread out to, they had different introduction tables where you first check in, and then behind each one of those was somebody giving the shot. So you just walk up to an empty table, which there was 3 to pick from. Did the thing on the computer, checked you out, stamped your card there, and right over there, got a shot and went and sat down. The whole process from there to getting the shot probably didn't take 10 minutes, not even 5 or 6 minutes probably. So, yeah, the majority of the time was sitting there just waiting the 15 minutes before we could leave. But Spark, that's great. Outstanding. Is everybody getting a shot in your general area, or is like getting shots a popular thing?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Squeaky.
Good.
CVS is doing them, and I don't know about Walgreens. There's a clinic, our health clinic that me and my wife goes to is doing them. She got hers there, but she got Moderna.
she got the Moderna. I think Moderna's the most widely used one. I'm not sure. I'm guessing. Everybody I've usually talked to ends up with the Moderna. So I'm thinking.
Well, the county health department site, they switched over to Pfizer.
I wouldn't give a shit what they was giving the day I got mine. Whatever it is you got, I'm taking. You know, it's just, yeah. Why take that gamble? You know.
Yep.
But we have a certain percentage of our population. You know, we don't want to point fingers or call them names, but they're the idiot Trumpers who, they don't want to. I ain't taking it. Well, aren't you just a nice bubbling piece of bullshit? It is. It's people like that with those attitudes that can spread a disease, and they don't give a shit. I was happy to. Well, you can't say happy. Well, yeah, I can. I was happy to see Ted Nugent get it, COVID-19, because he was told it's a pandemic. It's not real.
And then he said, "Oh, it almost killed me."
Yeah, it almost killed his ass. And I was surprised he admitted to it. Huh?
That pays old poopy pants for us, right?
Yep, that's what I always remind people. In his own words, when he gave an interview to Rolling Stone magazine, he told them, "How did you get out of Vietnam service?" "Well, I pissed in my pants and shit in them." And they didn't want me because they thought that's his words. Ted Nugent, Mr. Gun Guy, Mr. Patriotic American. It's a bumper sticker, baby. It's a bumper sticker to them.
Go out and kill something for a living.
Yeah, go shoot up something because, he's a badass. He's he would have gone to Vietnam if he hadn't had that bladder thing going on and the diarrhea. He would have gone in a heartbeat. But he was a chicken shit little fucking freak, just like Donnie.
He's a big pussy.
That's what he is. So, yeah, I'm happy he got it.
Hey, John, what did you think about Mr. Putin's reaction to President Biden's sanctions? Did you like that?
Oh, please, pray tell. I haven't read it. What was?
He went on national TV, and of course they had translators and stuff. But bottom line is, he's pulling Russian troops off the Ukraine border.
Oh, you shitting me? No, I haven't seen that.
They were just doing a drill, and the drill's over.
And the drill is over.
They've been on the Russian. No, that's not true about the drill. They've been on the Ukraine border for 4 years, ever since Trump took over. That's what all that Ukraine stuff was about, and Manafort and all that crap with Ukraine.
Yep.
Well, Biden,
I have not read that story. I hate that when that happens. I hate when something big like that happens and I didn't see it. I got distracted.
And Biden slapped all those sanctions on him, and he comes out and he said, "Well, we'll pull our troops off the Ukrainian border." And I thought, well, thank God we finally got a president with balls.
There you go. That's the difference.
You know why he reacted that way, right?
Well, because he knows his place in the world. In the world.
No, it's different than that. Almost all of Russian political power is consolidated in Putin because he controls the money of the oligarchs and the criminals.
He has demonstrated that lately.
If he oversteps his bounds and causes an international incident that causes a war, the individuals running the mafia, he's only useful to them as long as he's useful. He pretends he's the one in charge, but he's really just a patsy.
Yep.
He's the guy who is running it, but only you've seen the king with the crumbling empire.
He's the one that controls.
That's why Biden understands that. So that's why he hit the sanctions on the money end.
There you go. You want to hurt somebody, take their money away from them.
I guarantee you, one of those mobsters pulled him away and told him, "If you fuck this up, you go the way of Navalny."
You could end up gone, just like just like you said, like Navalny.
It was just
might have some bad underwear.
It was nice to hear.
Because
I heard that, and I was just.
And that is good news. That is good. No, I had not seen that, but yes, that is the difference between the last coward, the coward that we had before. Who was nothing but a sniveling little piece of snot every time Putin's name was mentioned. His knees buckled. that's the
because he
difference.
was so
That's only
far
because he
up in
needed
the
to get on
ass.
his knees to blow him.
Yeah, he had to get on his
Well,
knees
and-
to give him an ass kiss.
Donnie Boy
Well,
was
President-
was the epitome of a coward on the world stage.
Yep.
He was real good at bullying our allies, people that like you, sort of like in his own life, where if you're not sucking up to him, he'll go after your ass, but you better keep sucking up to him. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Biden understands how the world works, and Donnie didn't have a fucking clue.
No.
So
That's
kind
why
of
I
obvious.
said-
Like
that's
Johnny
why I
said,
said I
Donnie
would
is a
never have-
girly man. Big Johnson.
I would never have a problem with Biden because he knows how he
How that
knows.
works.
That's what he did.
I'm
for
convinced
so long.
Trump. I'm convinced Trump is our Calvin Coolidge.
I
Yeah,
think
Trump's
No
our
offense to
Benedict
Calvin,
Arnold.
by the
Yeah.
way.
Calvin Coolidge wasn't as bad as this asshole.
No way.
Donnie,
I'm actually waiting for now one of the reporters to actually go up to him and say, "Shut the fuck up."
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch.
I was waiting for that.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
Oh yeah. Let's find a dance floor. I'm ready to
I'm
go.
back. How do I sound? Okay.
You sound like shit, but we're glad you're back. How you doing, Johnny Five? Got it all fixed up
I'm
now?
doing fine. Yeah, for now you're coming in loud and clear. I don't know what the hell. If I don't reboot my computer or the router or whatever, or the
Okay,
no.
but
Whatever-
Johnny Fly, before you get back in the
whatever it was,
conversation, the
you're
rest of
not,
y'all, we don't mention
you're
what
not-
we said about him before. So, I'm just saying.
Well, yeah,
You're
that's
not
right. We
feeding-
can't
there's
say
no-
anything.
And
No feedback on your mic this time, John. You sound better.
Oh, good.
John?
There you go.
Good. Yeah.
John, also, one thing I'm thinking is the reason why Trump was so scared of Putin actually has very little to do with Putin's power. I think a lot of it has to do with those deals he made financially. I think his money is in the same boats as those oligarchs because Putin convinced him to consolidate his funds. So if he
I think
put
it's the
sanctions
PPP.
on Russia when he was a president, it immediately would have frozen his assets and given away the game.
Well, the Manafort case proved that. I mean, look where all the money was from.
Yeah, it was all from
Look
Russia.
at what's coming
Ask
out
the
now.
NRA where they were getting
It
the
was
money
a
from.
And there's the other side of it that-
Yeah.
He had
that sense-
Kalimnik, he had Deripaska, Kalimnik, and that other guy. They're Russian oligarchs.
And look how much stuff has came out just since he's been out of office. Now they found out. Yeah, guess what? He colluded with Russia.
Like we didn't know. Are you shitting me? I got a whole book
Yeah.
over here that tells me he colluded with Russia.
We were
called
saying
the
that
Mueller
whole
report.
time, John. We
On
were saying
those
that the whole
Deutsche-
time.
You know, they
But
really
Deutsche
just
Bank,
didn't need to
But
change.
He was saying the whole time that I didn't collude with Russia. I don't even know how to collude. I was like, yeah, bullshit. You don't know.
I don't even know what that word means.
What did
You know,
say,
they really need to just change every headline about Trump to "Old man yells at clouds on front lawn."
I think they ought to change it to Florida man. Florida man
Yeah.
yells on
Well,
front
what was
yard.
that?
Yeah.
Got more too from the
You-
paperwork that they're getting from Deutsche Bank and all the stuff that New York got now. It's got
Oh,
Russia all over it.
we
All those
have not-
oligarchs are all over the place.
We have not even
Wow.
seen the charges coming out of the Southern District yet of New
oh
York
boy, that,
or
Oh, I think they
Virginia
have a good case.
or Georgia. All of that is yet to come. You tell
Oh,
me
yeah.
Trump's going to be around for 2024? I don't think so. You have
No,
a
I don't
division
think
in
so
the
either.
Republican Party as it is. You have a bunch
His
of
body
conservatives.
might be, but his brain won't.
Yeah, well, yeah, his body might be, but his brain ain't. His brain ain't been
lot
nowhere
of
except up
charges.
his own ass. ever
Let's
since
be
he was
honest, his
born.
brain took a hiatus about the time he divorced Meghan Markle.
As soon as he figured out that his money was always going to be there when his daddy was giving it to him, he figured he didn't have. All he had to do is keep pulling the game, selling a con. Whatever it is, get out there and sell the con. That's what he is. He's a carnival barker. And he's playing in the big leagues. But not
Keep
for
on,
long.
baby.
He right now, I think he's pretty well stressed for cash, except for the donations he's getting in from the minions out there, the little maggots buying the Trump 2024 signs and the hat and all that
well,
shit.
those funds are flowing down.
They are.
Flowing down. So.
And so are the donations from corporate America into the Republican Party.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And Mitch McConnell, you want to play games? We'll just cut your money off. And Mitch came back out saying, no, wait. We didn't
John,
mean to.
remember how I said that because I'm autistic, I notice patterns?
Right.
If you remember back, I said this was probably going to be the outcome. They were going to eat themselves alive and burn their party to the ground sometime back in December, if I remember correctly.
Well,
the thing is
put
with
themselves in that position.
Rulers and autocrats like this is they always overplay their hand, especially when they're losing.
They're greedy
because their
for
only
power.
idea is to double down on what they've already been doing because they have no new ideas.
It's not building the empire; it's raping the empire.
Yeah,
it's taking from the empire instead of building it. That's who people. That's who the Republican Party is basically. They are the ones that just
they're vandals. They're looters. They're
they
looters
come
and
in
rakes.
and loot the treasury every time they're in. Go look at the fucking graphs. Every time they're in, they spend like drunk sailors, and believe me, I know how much they can spend.
Well, the Democrats keep spending money. No, the Democrats are just trying to
the
get
Democrats,
back the
every
money
time
that
they come in and try to
spend.
do something, the Republicans say, well, our great-grandchildren can't afford this. Well, we're going to put the
You know what's
burden on
another
them.
term that
Oh,
really
fuck you.
fucking pisses me off?
Huh.
Tax and spend liberals. What else are we supposed to do with it? Sit on it, shove it up our ass?
Tax and
masturbate
spend
with
liberals. How dare them spend my tax money on your, what is this? You need a bridge. Get a boat. Are you shitting me? Swim that river. You can tow your car. They ain't going to give you no damn bridge. Hospital? We ain't giving you out either. Tough it out. Bite a bullet, son. Are you
You
shitting
have
me?
potholes? Well, drive around the goddamn things.
And if you notice, the people saying that are the same people who say shit about my daddy beat my ass as a kid and I'm perfectly fine now.
I walked up Bluff
Sure you
Hill
are,
up through
Cletus.
in the snow, and it was we didn't have no internet. We just got up, had to turn the channel when you got up and hold the fucking aluminum foil on the antenna. Are you shitting
You know
me?
what, John?
I got TV on my phone. I got TV on my phone. If I don't, but I do, I could, right? I could put YouTube TV on my phone if I wanted to, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we got YouTube TV, that's what we have. I could do that. But what's better is I could put my
Well,
I'm using
John,
my
you know
phone
what, too?
as a camera right now.
John,
Yes, Johnny Fly?
you know, it's
There you go, brother.
How's it going, buddy?
And there he goes
Yep.
again.
Went right out.
the Earth Day and all.
Brother, I can't hear you.
Johnny, you're going to have to reboot your computer again.
What's going on?
Yep, Johnny Fly, we lost Johnny Fly.
Yep.
Johnny Fly.
Almost sounds like a connection issue, like internet lag or something.
Hello.
Yeah, that's almost what it sounds like.
All right, now I'm back, right?
You're
Yeah,
back.
I think that's what it is, the browser. I can't watch the browser and watch and we have Discord open at the same time. I think that's what's doing it.
Your
But
bandwidth
anyway,
is too low.
That could be.
Yep.
Well, it's supposed to be
It's all about
Comcast,
the
and it's supposed
bandwidth.
to be so good.
Oh,
But anyway,
there you go.
Oh, I'm not gonna even comment on that.
yeah. But the thing is, we were talking.
The less we spend, the more they can steal.
They have such plans. Biden has such plans and stuff. But like the other nation said at the summit today, whatever they said, how do we know in 4 years if a Republican gets in, they don't scrap it? You know, you can make these plans. The Democrats, we have all these plans for good. But when you get a Republican in, I guarantee you he's going to say, look, this is too much money. They're either going to scale it down or reverse it, just like Trump did when he got in.
Exactly.
How much you want to make a bet?
And that's the cycle.
Yeah, but
It's the cycle
and
that
the
we
bad
go
thing
through this
about it-
shit.
The bad thing about it is I don't think they're going to have a Republican Party in for a while. 'cause
You know what I
everybody
think the
sees
bad,
that the Republicans-
I
no
hope
good
not.
plan survives contact with the enemy, baby. In this case, we're the enemy. We're the people that have woke up in this nation. They call it woke. Hey, look at there. Everybody's woke. Fucking A right. I'm woke.
And-
Everybody woke.
And then there's the other side of the whole argument that it's just the Republicans, at the end of the day, I think they shot themselves in the foot when they hooked themselves up with Trump, because they thought they could control him. They created their own Frankenstein's monster, and now the Jaguars eating faces party is surprised the Jaguars are eating their fucking faces.
Yeah, and that's let them eat, because that's the fight within the Republican Party. But they go out.
I made a phone call the other day to Diana DeGette. She's my Colorado senator, and she's in the House.
Yeah.
And I basically said, you guys need to do what you can to sanction that stupid bastard,
Bobert?
Or not DeJoy.
Bobert.
Jim Jordanson. No, Jim Jordanson. I said, because I said, that man has something wrong with him. Either he needs to be tested for rabies or something, because he's always in a pissed off mood.
That's Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan, he's always upset, got the sleeves rolled up. He's ready to yell about anything.
Job is to stir the shit.
That's it. That's his job, Spark.
I basically said he needs to be sanctioned because
he needs to be
tired of all of his
slapped.
crap.
He's just angry Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez won't give him her phone.
Do you know what I think it is? I think he just wants to be Mr. Big Shot in the Republican Party. That's what it is. Or if I object to so many things in Democrats, man, the Republicans are going to look up to me. Maybe I'll get nominated for president. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think Jim Jordan's got a shot in hell of being anything, but what he is right now is going to be the epitome of his life. Is what you see now, because sooner or later karma's going to come around, and his shit back in Ohio going to come back and bite him on the ass, and people are going to find out just who he is. He's an actor, cosplaying, I think. Huh?
The charges in Ohio aren't done yet either. The charges in Ohio with the wrestling team are not done yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
John, and one other thing that's I'm convinced of is part of the reason why they didn't want to give people checks for the to help with all of this, and why they didn't do it back in 2008 is because they knew that once the government proves it can get money out to people more effectively than anyone else can, it puts a lie to the Republicans' idea that the government can't do anything.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's very hard to take a benefit away from someone once you started giving it to them. And if Americans realized how much universal basic income would improve their lives, they'd start clamoring for it. And the Republicans would never win again, and they know it. That's the reason they've been fighting it so hard.
The Republicans would sit there and say, well, how are we going to pay for it? It's too expensive.
Well, that's unless you're talking about tax cuts for the wealthy.
Oh, yeah, that's a different story.
Tax cuts to the wealthy, no problem. Oh, here you go. Here, have as much as you want. We don't even know where
if you get real with politics, that's what the Republicans do. It trickle-down economics. If you give to the job creators, just give to the corporations, the businesses, that's where the money needs to go because, then you'll get jobs and you won't have to suffer so much in your life. And we know you're going to be poor, hungry, and needing a job, so the job creators will come and fuck off. They didn't. Yeah. They pocket the money every time. No. This last time, stock buybacks, baby. That's what they did with the money.
You know what they should do? If you have more than $500 million in assets, that we should start taxing their savings accounts at 90%.
Yeah. I look at it
their
this way.
Savings account.
The top rate at one time was 95%.
Money offshore.
Yeah, that's what I say. Take a pick. Either raise the taxes that we currently charge your ass, or let's not charge you any taxes, but we'll charge you regular taxes like everybody else, but let's do away with every freaking law in that tax code that gives you the little map that allows you to take your money to the Cayman Islands and not pay taxes on it. Now, I look at it
or better
like
yet,
this.
give them 6 months. Tell them they've got 6 months to get their money back in the U.S., and if they don't, 100% of it is seized and turned over to the treasury.
This. When people... and all my life, just about ever since I got out, people say, well, are you in the service? Yeah, I was in the service. Well, thank you for your service. And I would always respond, thank you for paying your taxes. Because that taxes is what provided my salary. It provided the aircraft I flew in, provided the mission I went on, provided that whole structure. It provides everything in our country. So, yes, while we all fight to pay as little as you have to, the rest of it we have to look at as not such a burden as an investment. And there are people that will fight like hell to even put in a dime. Donnie was one of them. He didn't pay any taxes, and he was proud of that.
And he was
Proud
and the other
of
thing is
that.
he's always, well, we're bitching because we don't want to pay out shit. Well, you know what? You know why you don't want to pay out shit? Because then you get to keep all your goddamn
You
money.
don't want to pay your fair share? How about this? How about don't hug that fucking flag? How about that? We'll just start there.
Well, and then you don't want to pay your fair share
and
either. Then basically all you need to do is say, okay, you don't pay your fair share. Guess what? You can't use public transportation. You can't use it. You know, they should do something.
Hey, that's what Fox News is doing right now. Fox News was out there the other day talking about these people that are protesting against police brutality. Well, I guess they should take 911 away. Those people shouldn't be allowed to be called 911. If they need help and they want to call a police officer, hang up on them. They don't need it. They don't want it. That's the mentality of them. They don't want policing. They want policing on your ass. Not them. Not the insurrectionists. You know, where was I had it written down?
The Republican.
No 911 for them, but the insurrectionists. How about this? How about no liberty for those who tried to take it away from this country? How about that? How about we take up every one of them insurrectionists and put their ass in jail?
And I think that they should still be brought before the courts, and even
Yes.
Trump, they should be held accountable.
Well, you know that one of them, the Oath Keepers, one of the big guys in the Oath Keeper, one of the top guys, state's interest. I mean, state's witness there. He flipped. So now he has to.
Evidence, yes.
He is he turned state's evidence, and he is going into the witness protection program.
Yeah, I
now
can't
let me
wait to
say
see
this about
boy.
that. If you're going in the witness protection program, you're giving away you're giving away some mighty big intelligence, some solid proof of people that conspired on January 6th to overthrow this government. So
think about what they said.
Wait for the charges, baby.
People take it as complacency. They've been saying that Donnie actually paid for the motels for these people to come and spend the time so he could go over there and talk with them and say, hey, overthrow our government, and then I'll get back in.
Yeah, boy.
By the way, everyone, Spock says hi.
Outstanding, Spock. Doing fine, I hope.
Hi, Spock.
Yeah,
Very much so. He's cuddly and chubby as ever.
There you
and
go.
Spoiled as can
Can't beat a chubby.
I wanted to add
purring.
something on that last comment before I got cut off.
Sorry.
On the rich guys paying their fair share. I like what Senator Sanders said on the Senate floor the other day before yesterday.
What?
Is heck with the taxation and heck with the argument of 21 to 25%. Why don't we just tax the tax-free subsidies that they get every year? Every month they get billions and billions of dollars. Whether they're the oil and gas guys,
pay.
the pharmaceutical guys,
They're
the
making money.
insurance guys, the insurance companies, they get billions and billions of subsidies every year and don't pay a dime. We need to start taxing those subsidies.
Yes, because it's income to them. It's income, and it's our money that goes to them. That's what I mean. These laws are written by lobbyists, and they are designed to put money in the hands of rich people.
$110 billion of tax-free money to oil and gas. Really?
Oil and gas? Really? Really? They're booming. I know they must be booming. I know they must be.
I'm of the opinion that...
I won't go into that
That's not
right
profit.
now.
That's just free money that they're given in addition to their profits. Yeah, it's like crazy. We need to do something.
Well, I heard Biden say today, or somebody they were talking about. No, it was on CNN, I think. They were saying they're even thinking about it would be nice if they could have airplanes like the jet that don't need to use jet fuel.
Yeah,
Boy,
I heard
did you
that.
see the stocks really fall if that ever happened? Oh my God, the Republicans have a bird.
Technology will advance if we allow it to, if we push it. It's the moonshot. That's what Biden's giving us now. He is trying to put that kind of motivation into our nation again. That, yes, we can do this shit, because most of the reasons we have been unable to do so is because of our own our own lawmakers working against it. We see that in the gun legislation. 80-90% of the people want gun legislation. We can't get it through because money, baby, and it ain't your money. It's gun lobbyist money that says no. So
that's the thing. That's the thing. They need to they need to do a new ruling. They basically need to come into Congress, I think, and they need to say, "All right, we've had enough of this. We're not getting anything done this way.
We're not. We're not getting anything done.
No, from here on out, basically, anything with money. If any of you idiots are making money off of this, you're done.
Every one of them's making money off of it. Like I said, they ought to be wearing NASCAR uniforms with all the logos all over the shirt to say who's paying them, baby. Because it's the reality of life. That's what they do. That's how our laws are made.
I agree with Warren. The people that are getting paid and all these little things, they need to be kicked out of Congress.
Well, every one of them are up for election this time. So let's do that. Let's kick out the ones that are crooks.
I hope to God we get rid of all
of the people.
I got a list, baby.
Am I right? You're supposed to be working for the people.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be working for yourself.
That sounds more like a jury anymore, the way they run the
we
Congress.
need the people in our house that are going to work for the people. Right here, Teresa Diggum donated $2 and said, Richard Wolff explains capitalism perfectly. Capitalism, baby. We promote it all over the world. And it's a system that allows people. Go ahead.
One other thing I think we should do is, if you have an offshore tax haven, we give you 6 months. If it's not back in the U.S. in 6 months, your entire company gets a trade embargo of 99%.
Yeah.
And it sits there until you move it back so we can recoup our losses.
Yeah, because surely you didn't do it just to cheat us out of money.
United States.
Surely you didn't.
I think we need to have Asgard run for president. I like this guy.
Well, let me catch up here. Sherry P. donated $5 and said if they don't pay tax, then they don't want to be Americans, so strip their citizenship. I think you hit it right on the head, Sherry, because that's the way I think. Quit bitching about it. Nobody wants to pay the taxes. We all want our taxes, but we all want a society that works for all of us. We all want the roads, the bridges. We want the high-speed rail. I want my George Jetson car. We need the advancements that we need to make the investments we need to make in our country. The infrastructure, the society we live in, to make it better for a better future. We can't keep doing this to benefit the rich, and that's all we've done. All we've done in my life since Reagan. I pin everything on Reagan. Trickle-down economics, that's the thing. They'll buy it. Yes, they did. They keep selling it. It's a way to steal money. And they're very good at stealing money because there is opportunity, and I've seen it when I see it now, and I've seen it when I was working for the government. And I've said it forever. Nobody will screw this country over faster than the citizens that live here. Nobody will fuck this country over faster than a good old-fashioned American who's out for a buck. I guarantee it's in every contract. It's padded. Yep. Every opportunity a contractor gets to pad that fucking ticket, you bet your ass they do it. That's our money. And half of it is stolen, just outright theft.
They have that in the fine print, so you have to,
almost
have to have a lawyer.
Who wrote the contract? They wrote the contract. The lobbyists wrote the contract. Literally, they write it and then submit it to the congressman who looks at it and goes, okay, this is what I'll do. That's the way it works, baby. We got to change that.
In the 80s, in the military, with the $500 hammer and the $1,000 toilets.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was crazy.
Exactly. Wasn't a hammer though, Bill. It was an implement. Implement designed to.
There you go.
Yeah, it got a paragraph 10 miles long. That's what I'm talking about. There is nobody ever in this because I worked in it. I told my boss one time, my division chief, John, how you doing? I'd do a whole lot better if you just let me take a wheelbarrow full of money out to the dumpster every day and throw it away, and then I could go home and I would already have accomplished the same thing I'm doing because I see the scam every day on my desktop. Money goes out, and then we get some products, and then we give the product back to them for cheap, and then they sell it back to us again. That's a cycle you really like to enjoy. It is, and that's the problem. But, what were we talking about the other day? half of our society is ignorant and the other half are willing to take advantage of that. You know, if there's nobody to complain, yes, they don't. You know, you've got to take a vested interest in our future to make this change, to make the changes that we want, to reach to that point to where we don't have the conversation about racism because we solved that. We don't have the conversation about poverty because we solved that. Everybody has a home. Every dog has a home. Until we're there, we're still fighting for it.
You guys remember the movie Lethal Weapon 2? That's what they were doing. They came from South Africa. They were looting us for everything we got so they could take it back to South Africa.
I didn't see that one either. I'm terrible at movies. I've told you, TW. You bring up a movie, chances are I haven't seen it. I was either busting my knuckles or doing something else. Always got to be on the move.
I'm glad you brought up that thing about the Oath Keepers guy.
Yeah.
I heard some stuff about a week ago, and it just came out today, and I'm hearing more stuff from my old buddies up in D.C., but a lot of heads are going to fall, and don't be surprised to see some congresspersons' names involved.
That's what I'm looking for.
So too.
The Feds have been, the FBI has been involved for a couple of weeks now, and so is the intelligence agencies, 17 of them. There's going to be some stuff come out in the next 3 weeks that's going to blow your mind, guys.
I saw the report today about
that is a big deal. That is a big deal, him turning state's evidence.
That's what I'm trying to stress. He's going into witness protection.
Yep.
He's got to disappear.
Yep. Well,
you don't get that unless big people with powerful ways.
I probably don't know that, John. But
yeah.
The fact is that when your name is turned into the WPA, Witness Protection Agency, you are protected by the Secret Service and the anybody they can find. You are protected because you have something on somebody. Yeah. And it's just not
U.S. Marshals do that protection.
Yeah, the U.S. Marshal Service does it. And you disappear, and the game is if you open your mouth, you lose that protection. And if you lose that protection, basically you're a dead guy. That's the way this works.
It's not just the Marshals, it's 17 intelligence agencies as well. So, they have all the protection in the world.
They will relocate this guy to someplace and change his name, give him a background like you wouldn't believe, give him a nice little job he can work at, not making a lot of money, but a comfortable living. And you shut your mouth.
A place to live. That's it.
Yeah, and if you break any of those rules, you make a deal.
Don't shut your mouth. We're putting you back in prison.
Look, here's Bob. We're going to toss him out. Bob was the one that turned state's evidence. Okay, Bob, see you later. Get out of here. News might want to talk to you. Yeah, and there's some other fellas that's going to talk to you. That's how big this is going to go.
On that one. I'm glad you said something about that because that's very important.
It is because the scope of that, when I read that he was going into witness protection, look, anybody that has ever done any books on law enforcement, that's the epitome.
Accountability for the insurrection is
that's
right around the corner, folks.
That's the epitome of the top of the food chain for somebody who flips, who has knowledge of upper echelon treason. Let's say it. It's treason. They planned it. As a matter of fact, a report caught about today about the transmission during the riot. Early in that morning, they're putting out a transmission. Look, we're not looking for Trump. If pro-Trump supporters, don't worry about them. Look for the anti-Trump people. Those are the ones that's going to cause the trouble. That was put out on a radio call to the officers. Don't worry about the Trump voters. Worry about the Antifa who weren't there. There are going to be changes within the Capitol Police Department. There are going to be people in the Capitol Police Department that are not going to have a job. You know, there is house cleaning to do, and it's going to be big. It's going to be, some of it is, I'm thinking it's going to be really big. You're going to see congressmen involved.
To go on that same deal, you heard now there's a federal investigation going on in Minneapolis with that police department.
Yeah. Well, Merrick Garland, came out.
DOJ.
Department of Justice going to look into the Minnesota policing. Is it Minnesota State or is it just Minneapolis?
Minnesota.
I think it's the whole state. It is the whole state. Oh, it's just Minneapolis?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how many deaths have we had there that were questionable? 4.
From the Attorney General, remember?
Yeah. Yes. I'm telling you, people, I like this team. I like Joe Biden. I like the fact that Merrick Garland is Attorney General
Things are getting done
at a proper time in history.
president's side. We're not out at a
Gotta
golf
love
course
Merrick Garland.
Yeah.
Oh, where's my balls?
Yeah, I think the Republican Party don't have any of those. No huevos at all. So, no mas huevos.
Well, if we're smart, the Americans will vote with Democrats in for quite a few years. Because the moment you put Republicans in there, guaranteed we're going to go backwards, I tell you.
Well, there's going to come a day real soon that Mitch McConnell is going to regret the day that he stopped Merrick Garland becoming a Supreme Court justice, because right now Merrick Garland has got all the power in the world
Yes,
as
he
the
does.
Attorney General.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he was
Mitchie.
good with that. He was good with that. He instituted the investigation into the Minneapolis Police Department. He doesn't fool around.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's like I said, he's
Merrick
not,
Garland,
Those days
like
is
to
over.
see a team that's actually doing their job, and if everybody says that they're not doing their job, I'm sorry, they're doing their jobs.
They're doing their job. We witnessed 4 years of the other guy coming in and doing nothing but stripping the government, robbing it by his little trips to his little properties every damn weekend.
None of that stuff that he did benefited anybody.
Biden played golf
his
once,
family, and
Fox News
else.
went ape shit about it. Are you shitting me, you little pukes? Them little idiots over there.
They still haven't confirmed 3 of his deputies there with the Attorney General's office either, and that pisses me off.
Oh,
They
yeah.
confirmed one of them yesterday.
Again, they're going to play this game. They're going to play the game of obstruction. That's the Republican plan. The whole time. It doesn't matter what the issue is. Anti-Asian hate bill.
Yeah.
Josh Hawley says no.
Getting tiresome.
But that's what they've always known, to be they're the party obstructionists and have known. And like I said the one time, what was it? Somebody used that example. If you want to go ahead, you elect the Democrat, D, like in your transmission.
That's right.
If you
Put her
want to
in
go
drive,
backwards,
baby.
vote Republican. R.
All of Diana Mallory came in with $5 and says, "Does a witch hunt end with a sweeping of the broom? Clean that house, Merrick." Yep, that's what's happening, baby.
Right.
Amen.
Amen, baby.
That's right.
Whether it be Department of
Accountability.
Justice, whether it be the infrastructure, whether it be the COVID-19, I'm proud of my president, and it's been a long time since I've been able to say that. 4 years, baby. 4
I haven't
years.
said that in a long time.
Not since
We never
Obama
thought it
left.
would happen, John. We never thought it would happen, did we? I mean, it was just. I mean, every
The
day
man-
these last 4 years.
The other guy tried to destroy this country, and he convinced the whole good portion of our country to go down the road of hate and to try to destroy this country. He got them to storm the Capitol.
These all habits, John, are dying hard. We still see the seeds and the elements of dissent and hatred.
Oh, baby.
And we got to get rid
shitting
of
me?
it, man.
Are you shitting me? Let me tell you, it's the hate that man has generated. That man has brought to, because my son here has a recording on his phone of a lovely evening here in my neighborhood, and the crickets are going and the birds are singing, cheeping, and all that nice sound, until somebody in the neighborhood cranks up their music. And the song that is being cranked all around my neighborhood, the line in the song is, "I'm an N-word hating man." I'm not going to tell you the title. I don't like to use that word. That's what was blasting high, on high as he could get it. I'm an N-word hating man.
And they're proud of it too. They're not ashamed.
Yes. This is a maggot. This is a cockroach who was taught by his cockroach daddy to be a racist asshole and to be proud of that. To be proud of it.
Like they say, like father, like son.
That's why we still have a lot of work to do, baby.
Yep.
We have a lot of work to do. The Justice and Policing Act in front of the Senate now is the beginning of recognizing that we have to take things serious. Sort of like the infrastructure thing and everything else that Joe Biden is doing. This shit has to be taken serious. I'm tired of watching our Congress have a conversation for years and years and years that the rest of us can have in one night.
We were talking about that the other night in the Blue Room. I said it's time infrastructure gets taken care of because these roads suck. The bridges suck. Everything is starting to fall apart.
They're 50 years old.
Because it's been up for 100 fucking years.
Every
already.
fucking thing we have is at least 50 fucking years old. We built it and went, look at that. We're done. No, we're not done.
But
You got to maintain
like,
this.
What I like is Joe Biden said too, don't just limit the infrastructure to like bridges and stuff. Yes, that's very important. He's expanding it to what? The internet, broadband, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he wants a little bit of everything. Yes.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because we need it. Because that is the infrastructure of a country.
Right. That's our 21st century.
That is the
way
future.
it is.
You're not going to dial you up on the phone. You know, it doesn't work that way anymore. Dial tone ain't no more. You got to do this. Anyway, I guess that's what we're going to wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Asgard, always appreciate your participation here, brother. We enjoy it.
I'm glad to be here, and I hope my insight was helpful.
It is, always. Everybody
And
brings
Travis,
something, baby.
And I look forward to seeing you in Elite Dangerous someday.
If we can find each other right now, we're pretty far from what is it, the bubble? Yeah. But one of these
they're
days,
way out there. That's the one thing I do know about that game is wherever the hell he is, they went way out there.
Did you go to Colonia?
We're almost there. That's our first stop, and then from Colonia we're going to Sagittarius A. So.
Okay.
But it's been a minute since we've played. It's actually been a few months, so we're just floating out there in space, waiting to spawn back in. So.
Just floating out there in space, you know, on pause.
I normally don't like doing that, but after a while we had to do other things and other shit. So.
Yeah.
But your ship is still sitting out there. Could somebody come blow you up while you're gone?
Not until I log in.
Oh.
So there's that at least.
That ought to make it where if you're not there, they can get you.
Well, I made sure I left with enough for insurance.
Oh.
You always got to make sure you have space insurance.
You told me about that. You got to have space.
That's the game's version of a death penalty is if you don't have enough to cover the insurance, it'll eat everything in your savings account.
Similar to life in general, isn't it?
Yep.
Just like life. You ain't got the insurance, it's going to cost you out the wazoo to fix that shit. Oh, you want insurance? That's going to cost you out the wazoo. Either way you go. Anyway, Asgard, thank you for being here. Bill Jones, brother, always a good conversation when you come into the room.
I just wanted to, a little bit of trivia. You were mentioning the George Floyd police justice.
Right, justice and policing.
I think it's going to pass the Senate, but a little bit of trivia. You know who wrote that in July of 2020 right before the campaign was wrapping up, the primaries. It was written by then Senator Kamala Harris, Senator Cory Booker, and Representative Karen Bell out of California. Those were the three authors of the George Floyd policing bill. And I'm glad that it's finally getting in front of the Senate. So
it is a bill that needs to be passed. It needs to be implemented. We need a standard in this country.
Yesterday. Anyway, thank you for the pleasure, my friend, and always good to be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Outstanding, Bill. Come back anytime you wish. And Johnny Fly up in Pennsylvania. Always a pleasure to have you here, brother. Sorry you're having some technical difficulties.
I enjoy being on here, John.
Well, we appreciate your voice all the time, brother. There ain't too many people I let in here that's prettier than me. But we make an exception for you there, Johnny. You know.
Say that real loud.
I said you're prettier than me. There ain't no debate here. I know. You rub it in all the time. You know,
no,
I know my place. I know my place. I'm ugly as a mud fence. Ain't that what you said?
No, you aren't. No.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Don't let him get away.
You are a very handsome man, and you're inside and out, not just outside,
say
but
that
inside.
again. My honey coming. Yeah, she'd tell you them days is over. Anyway, Johnny Fly, I appreciate it tremendously, brother. Anytime you come in the
bud.
room. And
Thank
Sparky Dunk out in California, what can we say, brother? Anytime you come in here, we enjoy it.
Well, I heard you guys talking about the vaccines, and I had to jump on and tell you I got my shot. Second
Outstanding.
shot.
Awesome.
I am so happy about that. Every time I find out one of our Blue Dots has already gotten the second one, I'm just when you get the first one, I'm tickled. But when you get that second one, that take a little sigh of relief. There you go, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
It might be a bust, but it's not going to be COVID that gets you. So watch how you cross the street. Anyway, Spark, thanks for being
Yeah, but
here.
we still have to wear masks.
That's right.
So always remember this.
You could get hit by a bus wearing a mask, but you're not going to die of COVID. And yes, wear a mask.
When our president stops wearing a mask, everybody stops wearing a mask.
There you go. Follow the leader. And now we have a leader. So I'm happy about that.
Thank God.
Yes, thank goodness. And TW out there in Colorado, brother, you and Mark, we appreciate it tremendously coming in here on Earth Day. I'm sorry, Mirth Day. And having conversation, brother.
Oh, it's been fun.
Well, of course it is. It's the Blue Dot family, buddy. How could we be anything else but fun? Anyway.
You gonna be on the front porch tomorrow, John?
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it over to the front porch tomorrow and visit over there with Robin and the gang. Do a little cross-pollination, as they say. You know.
He didn't have a show today because his significant other had a birthday today.
Oh, Angus's birthday? Agnes's birthday?
Yep.
Angus.
So when does that start, John? What time does that come on the front porch?
Sparky?
It starts at 6 o'clock Eastern time.
So
right.
you're in the East, so there you go.
I may check it out.
I've listened many times, but I've never.
Bill, you ought to jump in there.
And Skype has a new deal now. You don't have to download Skype.
Yeah, you don't
just
even have
click
to.
on the link at their website and go right in to the group.
Yeah.
You can go right in
I
there
was
and
on
visit.
one time.
We invite all our Blue Dot family to go by and visit over there at the Horn family.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
Yes,
a good show.
Yes,
If you got any legal questions, we
yeah,
usually
they
have
got legal.
at least 2
They
lawyers.
got lawyers on staff over there. Billable Rick and
Steve from New York.
Steve from New York, yeah.
And Robin had a shingle once. He just doesn't use it anymore.
Yeah, Robin went to law school, so yeah. There's a lot of legal talk over there, so yeah. The conversation is always great. But it's the one place where you can find everything you need to know about Shiny Heiny. I'm just saying. So, you can find out everything from a legal issue to how to take care of your butt over there. It is a wonderful platform, and y'all ought to go by and visit. Anyway, thank you all for coming by tonight. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate those on our YouTube family, our Facebook family, and on our Periscope family, baby. Y'all know today's Thursday, so yeah, obviously that makes tomorrow Beer and Bud Friday. So go ahead and put the beer on the ice and get it nice and cold. Get that bud ready to pop in the bowl, and we'll get on with the show tomorrow. Y'all take care of yourself. Again, in a pandemic, wear a mask, wash your hands, stay the hell away from nasty-ass people, and get your shot as soon as you can. And try to put a smile on your heart, baby. It'll make your day go by. Happy Earth Day, Bernadette Priest says, so every one of you, take a look outside your window. And indeed, it is a wonderful world. We just got to take care of it. That's the deal. Anyway, y'all say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And we will see y'all on Sunday for our next Blue Dot family meeting. Y'all take care of yourself. And we'll see you. Sunday. I got a thing that got to do an echo thing like that. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see y'all later.